Now we want to create a validation for our product. So in the last lesson we created validation for dates, and so we can enter dates beyond certain periods or prior to certain period, and we saw how we can validate our amount column as well, where it prevents us to enter numbers or amounts that are less than 0, so to put, negative amount. Validating a text-based column is pretty simple as well in Excel. What we technically need to do is the same approach which we took in the last in how we validated dates and the amount column. We first need to highlight the column, the areas where we projectively we know that we're gonna enter certain details into, and then go to the data tab. We come here to data validation, and here on data validation where we have allow, I'll click on this and then I'll select a list. So this time around we want to pass a list into this so that whoever is going to work with this, or whoever is going to enter details into this, they have the option to select from a list of from items. So what we then need to do in the source here is to type in the options. So for now we have options of cars, clothes, I see beads, then rice, sweet. So we just need to type all of these commas separated. So after each item you put a comma, and that is taken into the list. So I click on OK once this is done, and then if I come here now, I want to enter new details. I see now I have a drop down to select from, and I can select an item from the drop down. And if you could also type, but it has to be an item that is already in the list. So if I type rice, it takes that. What if I type yam? It tells me that that's not available because that's not an item in the list. So you can either type or you make a selection from the drop down, which somewhat gives a more a better user experience. So people can select just from the drop down, and they're able to move faster with the data entry. But again is, what if we have a long list of items? So our product has so many and we want to include every single option in the validation. How do we do that? We'll see that in the next lesson.